Welcome back to Too Many Cookbooks. I'm very excited for this episode because we are making pumpkin lasagna.
Now, I forgot to mention where this recipe comes from. It comes from the Oregonian Cookbook. The Oregonian is a newspaper in Oregon, and this cookbook is comprised of all of their best recipes from their food day section. So without further ado, take it away, Pasbury.
Now, I'm excited for this for two reasons. First reason being that way back in my channel, I did a pumpkin mac and cheese recipe. From Tasty, I think it was.
We're gonna be making pumpkin mac and cheese. Get ready for it.
And so I was excited to do this because it's sort of like a callback, a throwback, if you will, to that video. So very excited. And secondly, I'm excited for this because it feels like we're starting to get into fall, even though it's August, like early August. We're still summer, but I want it to be fall. I want it to be fall, so I'm very excited. I'm very excited for this. So let's get into it.
For this recipe, you're going to need olive oil, 2 onions, 2 pounds Swiss chard, salt, black pepper, dried sage, ground nutmeg, 1 28-ounce can of pumpkin puree, and you're only going to use 3 cups of it, so you should have a half cup remaining. I used it to make pumpkin spice syrup for my coffee. You're also gonna need whipping cream, grated Parmesan cheese, milk, no-boil lasagna noodles, and butter. So in my frying pan here, I heated up the oil over a medium-low heat, and I added the onions and I cooked them until translucent, and I was stirring them constantly until about 5 minutes as according to recipe directions. Once my onions were nice and translucent, I increased the heat to medium-high and added the Swiss chard, and I just carefully pressed it into the pan. And then I cooked this, stirring until it was all wilted. This is my first time ever cooking with Swiss chard, so I don't know if I did it correctly, but I like to think I did. Now that everything is nice and wilted, I'm just gonna add all of my seasonings, so the salt, the pepper, the sage, and the nutmeg, and I just continued cooking and stirring until there was no liquid left in the pan. The recipe said for about 5 to 10 minutes, so that's what I did. Now at this point, I preheated the oven to 400 degrees, and in a medium mixing bowl, I mixed in 2 cups pumpkin, 3/4 cup cream, a half cup Parmesan, and then my remaining seasonings, so the salt, pepper, sage, and nutmeg. In a smaller mixing bowl, I combined the remaining 1 cup of pumpkin with the remaining amount of cream that I had, and I just mixed it up and set it aside. In a dish much larger than I definitely needed, I poured the milk in, and then I placed my lasagna noodles in the dish, and then I spread half of the Parmesan pumpkin mixture, and then I spread half the char mixture over that, and I added a second set of noodles. Then I topped it with the remaining half of the pumpkin Parmesan and the remaining char mixture. And then lastly, I just placed my lasagna noodles on top of that and poured the reserved pumpkin cream mixture that I made on the top. Then we're gonna add 1 cup Parmesan cheese. I added definitely, I feel like, whatever was left in the bag. So maybe not enough Parmesan cheese, but I added Parmesan cheese. And then I have butter that I placed on top of that cheese. And we're good to put it in the oven. So I went ahead and put aluminum foil and placed it in the oven and cooked it for about 20 minutes. And then after that, I uncovered it and let it bake until golden, so about 15 minutes more. And here is the final product.
So my thoughts on this recipe. The first day that I made it and I tried it, I just thought it was like okay. And then I hate to say this, but like after I was eating this throughout the week, it wasn't bad. It grew on me and I started to enjoy it more and more. So I give it like a 6 out of 10. It was a good recipe. I enjoyed it. I needed a little bit more flavor from it. I needed something else. Now, I measure with my heart, so I didn't follow the exact measurements for everything in terms of like the spices. So I'm not sure if maybe I didn't add enough nutmeg or sage. Maybe that's why it wasn't as flavorful as maybe I would have liked, not as pumpkin-y as I would have liked. Definitely would have added way more cheese than the recipe described, but it wasn't bad. It was okay. Like I said, 6 out of 10, still, pretty good score. It's definitely a great like fall recipe. It's a great vegetarian recipe. I probably would have added a little bit of meat in there, just saying, but it's still really good. That's all I have to say about this. If you like this, let me know in the comments below. If there's a cookbook that you think I should check out, let me know in the comments below too, please. I really want to know. I really want to add more to my collection. I do have some more cookbooks coming on the way, so maybe we'll do a August haul. But that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye! Let's go Ducks. Okay, bye.